some days you just, that alarm is absolutely brutal to wake up to. So hit a new low weigh-in for the prep, 173.4. Still have a decent amount of cardio left to do in the week, so hopefully we can break into the 172s before it's all said and done. Nonetheless, not too busy of a Friday. You get cardio done, and the book is a huge. That's like the only thing on my to-do list, get that book done. Traditional pre-workout meal going down.
If you want things in your life to change,
Yeah,
you're gonna have to change things in your life.
real shit. No time is ticking, it's now or never. I know what.
Holy crap. Snowed. Last night there wasn't a piece of snow on the ground, and this morning currently snowing and snowed. Winter is still here.
Step into the booth and I put it into motion. Going through the motions got me feeling so motionless. Had lost of words, probably why we haven't spoken since the last time, but that was the last time. I'm hot as my
Training session in the books, and I think the theme for this session, if you will, we're 6 weeks out, is just do it. Just do. What I mean by that is, being 6 weeks out and looking like I do, a lot of people are commenting, congratulating, and I appreciate all support, but a lot of people get overwhelmed, if you will. And one of the biggest things about fitness that drives me nuts is the whole movement. I don't even know what to call it. This idea that you need to have all this lunch boxes and these Tupperware and your gallon jug and all these supplements and all this like clothing brand. It's like it's just ridiculous. That's not what this game is about. It's not about a show. It's one of the reasons why I don't record the gym. I mean, I record my big three for more of my own sake to check form than anything, but it's just show up and put in the effort. It's not about what clothes you're wearing. It's not about what supplements you are or aren't taking. It's not about your name brand stuff. It's just about your effort that you bring every day, and that applies to everything. Like, you may not have the best computer. Like, I don't have the best computer right now. I have my laptop that's pushing 5.5 years old, but you just kind of make things work and don't be fancy with it. And then again, it also just goes back to, what are your goals? If your goal is just to, get in shape to play with your kids, then you don't need to go to the extreme end. But if your goal is to compete on some elite level, like the Olympics or Worlds or whatever that might be, well, then maybe you should consider those supplements and things like that. And a lot of things just need to be put into context versus just everything's black and white.
Fuck it, I'm so over this. Now I'm zoning in, just like a year ago, until you came back.
About to take a shower real quick and just had breakfast. I was talking to Dad, and honestly, this is going to be an honesty moment. So I made this video, and I haven't published it yet, about the real reason why I chose to compete. And the reason was to demonstrate that I wasn't like this all selfish, obsessive gym freak meathead guy anymore. And while the intention has always been there to prove that, and I've done it in a healthy manner, I've done flexible dieting, I haven't meal prepped, I've gone out to every social event that I can, the Arnold, last weekend, weddings, birthday party with my sister like 2 weeks ago, out to lunch with her when I was driving through Toledo on my way to Michigan. I don't think I'll ever do another show again. It's getting to the point now where this is taking up so much of my time. I was never very passionate enough to do a physique show. I did it for extrinsic reasons versus intrinsic. And I'll definitely make a longer video like after the show with 2020 hindsight of things I wish I knew going in. But definitely you need intrinsic motivation. Like, you have to absolutely love it. And for me, the motivation was more extrinsic to do this. It's just, yes, the vanity of it, of being that lean, is cool. I do enjoy it. I'm human. I'm not going to lie. I like it. But the amount of time that takes to get there is extreme. And whereas powerlifting, I pretty much would just train, and that's pretty much it. There might be a little bit of dieting before meet, maybe a tad bit of cardio, not on the level that I'm doing right now. And there might be a couple really long training sessions going into the meet as you overreach, but it's not on a consistent basis like it is for this, where it's 30 weeks of this constant stuff, and it just consumes so much of your life. And I'd be lying if I said that it wasn't impacting me, or if I wasn't becoming more vain in it, or prep wasn't consuming me. It's freaking taking over my life, really. Spending all the time at the gym. I mean, granted, I don't have meal prep, but I mean, I eat salads for breakfast because I just want volume of food. It just consumes your life, and I think, I don't know, maybe it's talked about and people ignore it until they experience it. That might have been my case, but I definitely think intrinsically you have to want to be on stage. You can't do it extrinsically for a trophy. You can't do it to impress people. You can't do it to prove a point, because it just becomes not fun. And I honestly don't know if I'm really enjoying this. Maybe when it's over, I'll say it differently. But in the middle of it right now, not my thing. Pumping gas real quick. Gotta run to class for a meeting, or run to school for a meeting, and I have a phone call. And shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, I have no idea why I agreed to do all this editing. So I spent the first hour and a half of the day editing yesterday, not even close to being done. So this is gonna be interesting to say the least, but I committed to it. So give it at least 30 days and see how fast I can edit the video.
If you want things in your life to change,
Yeah,
you're gonna have to change things in your life.
real shit. No. Time is ticking, it's now or never. I know I gotta make a change, it's for the better. The only way we gon' grow on our own endeavor. We just tryna live our dreams, but they won't let us. I feel the pressure heating up, I'm heating up. The devil let us, painting pictures with all these letters. Instead of feeling pity, I get witty and embrace all my emotion. Step into the booth and I put it into motion. Going through the motions got me feeling so motionless. At loss of words, probably why we haven't spoken since the last time, but that was the last.
Quick tanning session in the books, heading in to do some cardio quick. Got the BCAs, and let's get this done. Last one for the week. Alright, so we just got off a 30-minute phone call for a research project, an IBAR project, and it doesn't really seem like it's going to go through. There's a lot of miscommunication, trying to get moving parts together, and it looks like I just spent probably $500 driving to Michigan and to Columbus. Spent 12 hours doing all the driving, put all that wear and tear on my truck for nothing. So, chalk it up as another lesson in the books. And for anyone that wants to say that this shit is easy, you can go down a hole, because this is a pain in the butt and it is hard. Another sunken cost on the journey of getting 3D printing into civil engineering. Time's ticking and I don't really know where the fuck I'ma go, but I know I'll be fine. I know I'll find my way, so working on this book project. It's getting there, kind of confusing. I hope I'm doing it right. A little bit nervous, never done it before, but we'll find out. And gonna take a short 15-minute nap. Feeling a little bit tired, don't want to keep drinking any more Monsters or taking caffeine, so take a little nap, about 10 minutes, get back after it. Best news of the day, just heard back from the fitness influencer that I helped at the Arnold finally, and we're going to talk this weekend, so that's a good relief on my behalf, because I was a little bit nervous, but I mean, understood that he probably got really busy coming back. And it's just a nice relief because I see huge potential there. So we'll talk this weekend. Stay tuned, which is great news, a great pick-me-up, because that IBAR project falling through kind of sucks. There's just a lot of wasted time and effort. And now I don't know what to do with these eye bars, and I really don't want to have to take them back to Michigan because that's an 8-hour trip that I'd like to avoid. But we'll see what happens, and that's part of the business thing. It's just a lot of experimentation and learning and going from what doesn't work and what works. So all in all, pretty solid day. Actually, what turned out to be a really not too bad of a day. Started out a little bit shaky, got everything done. Editing video 1 took much longer than I thought, and it's definitely going to be a little bit of a stressor, if you will. So one of the things I realized when editing the video is when using this camera footage, which I'm filming on right now, and using the iPhone footage, which I mix in because I don't like using the camera, is the aspect ratios and things get really messed up. So if you watch video 1, it looks like crap. I kind of just did it at a lost cause. It was too confusing to fix. So I've kind of learned some things, and we'll see how the edits improve, which will be kind of interesting to see how my edits speed up and how my storytelling skills speed up as well. I'll definitely look into getting a better camera in the summer. So that'll be 90 days of consistent uploading, and we'll see how it goes. But all in all, today was a win. Got everything done I wanted to. The book project's kind of in the air because I haven't heard back yet, obviously, from the author. But I sent it back to him, so that's up in the air, which is what it is. Got everything done. Tomorrow, what I'm going to try and do is, I think what my goals are going to be is to upload Full Day of Eating number 3, upload obviously document 2, and then probably do a couple things for grad school. Maybe read some research. Going out to lunch with Dad. That's the one big thing for me, is I got to try to figure out how to film around people and incorporate that. Part of it's for documentation, but the other part, the selfish reason for making these videos, is I just like the creative outlet of making movies. I was in video production in middle school, and I just kind of like the editing aspect. This, for example, this whole past week of doing cardio on prep, I've just watched YouTube tutorial after YouTube tutorial of editing. And it's just interesting to learn something new. Yeah, so all in all, solid day. Gonna get to bed a little bit early, get to bed by 9 instead of 9:30. Probably still wake up at 3:30 just because I like getting a jump on the day. Might do some grocery shopping tomorrow. I'm gonna probably go up to one of the nicer grocery stores to try and pick up see what they have. Otherwise, I'll order some stuff off Amazon, which is kind of expensive, and I don't want to do it because I'm trying to make an ice cream sundae tomorrow with some really macro-friendly ice cream. I could go for an ice cream sundae, but see what happens. Oh, good night.